Good evening, everyone. We are live. Okay. Let me just share my screen first. Okay. Okay, got it. So I think you are looking at my screen right now. So today we are going to talk about, visualize for your fit body. After, communicate with some others people who tend to lose weight, I realized that, they don't really understand exactly this powerful tool, which is how to visualize the fit body. So therefore, today in this session, or indeed throughout this week, during my live session, I'm going to share about the tips about how to visualize. Okay. So, but before that, do let me know which country are you tuning in from. If you're from Malaysia, send me some likes. And if you're from Singapore, send me some love. Okay. Let's go through. Okay, before we dive deep into this visualization skill itself, so let's walk you through about a quick one about the difference between daydreaming and visualization. So I'm not sure about you guys, some people that really daydream a lot. So eventually daydream is random. It happens just, unexpectedly, and there's no specific purpose without any objective at all. But when it comes to visualization, it is not random because you are doing it on purpose, and you actually kind of like create this kind of state in your mind itself. And maybe some of you might have some question about, what exactly is the difference between visualization and imagination. Okay. So when it comes to visualization, basically you're just using your sight, right? Your eye to visualize. But when it comes to imagination, you basically included other senses of, of yours. We have 5 senses in total. That means you are going to use your hearing system, your smell, or even, touching, all those senses, right? So, right. And before we really go into these things itself, I mean, you will need to be quite clear about when we talk about visualize your fit body, do you really have a picture of yourself or someone that you would, today you are thinking of A body and tomorrow you are thinking of C, and the other day you're thinking about B type of body, you are going to, confuse your own mind, and you're confusing yourself as well. So, and when I mean visualize the body that you want, right? You really kind of like visualize yourself living in the body, the dream body that you want, and being the person in that as in your dream itself. Because this is very important. If you can visualize it that way, so you can really feel the rush of yourself that you would kind of like push yourself towards this kind of dream body, and you will take action for sure. Okay. So, and if you're going to, make a change in your life, let's say you're going to make these feelings itself in order, and think about think about this advertisement that, you know, being put up by food manufacturers. Think about fast food like KFC or even McDonald's, right? How attractive are those pictures itself? Okay, so they are kind of like selling to your, they're selling the image to your mind. Immediately once you see those images, you feel like, you know, eating fast food. And the same concept should actually applies to your visualization when you visualize your dream body as well. You will need to sell to your mind that body that you want. Okay, now over here, let's compare. Okay, so if let's say you say that you would like to get your dream body, but in your mind itself you can only visualize your body to be something like this. Okay, as you can see, is a blurry image, is very small in the somewhere in the corner, right? And now I would like you to compare to the other pictures over here. And this is colorful, and then the picture itself is quite clear and big, right? So that actually send a correct message to your mind itself that this is the dream body that you want, which you actually make it very big. You make it clear to your mind that, you know, you give it a very clear message that this is the body that you want. So your mind itself is going to have a very, you know, strong sense of exactly what you are trying to kind of like sell to your mind that this is the body that you want. Okay, so take time to really think about, you know, what exactly is the body that you want. Because after some, you know, a few sessions talking to some of my coaching customers, when we talk about, you know, what exactly is your goal, the body that you want, and most of them don't really have a clear picture. So if let's say you don't really have a clear picture itself, so what I would suggest you to do is that you know, do some maybe spring cleaning, looking into your, I don't know, or even, you know, your bookshelf itself, looking for some album, and then find out, you know, what kind of photos that you have when you were thin or you were slim itself. But if let's say you really don't, you cannot or don't find, cannot find any, what you can do is that, you know, you can model after the dream body that you wish to have. Like, wow, it's quite it is very easy. You can just Google it yourself and then look for the photo that you like and print it out, or even you prefer soft copy, you just keep it up in your phone itself, right? So remind yourself about this picture itself. So, and of course, once you have done this, right, you will always have this image itself is like something, I would say kind of like ink in your mind itself. It will keep on reminding yourself to